Chapter 6, Long Nights. Quila Tash. When I thought traveling with Goemi could not get any harder, just imagine my surprise when I found myself on my own and realized that being alone was so much more difficult in all aspects. For one, there was no one to watch my back. No one could offer me the same protection that I could offer in return. To top it all off, the nights were long, and with no one to talk to, I was afraid that I would lose my mind in just a matter of weeks. When I lost everything, that was when I realized that I had taken many things for granted. This realization, however, made me courageous enough to go after the general's men that had taken Goemi prisoner. I needed to have something worthwhile to live for, and right now, that was my utmost desire, to save her. It was for purely selfish reasons because I knew that by saving her, I would be saving myself too. I'm no crafty heroine. Before dawn broke, I was already up, making sure that the Emperor's soldiers were not able to maintain a far distance from me. My goal was to keep the enemies within my sight, close enough to figure out how to rescue Goemi. And if the opportunity opens up for me, I could then make my move. Before that could happen, though, I needed to prep on my basic survival skills. In times like these, I miss Arden all the more. I wanted to blame him for making me so dependent on him, but come to think of it, it took me only 3 tries before I was able to catch a rabbit on my own last night. I would not have done that if he did not teach me how to properly hold a knife. I sighed. It seemed like the world was running amok and that there was no imminent future left for me. And so I decided to just take it one step at a time. I will focus on rescuing Goemi first. No matter what it takes. The problem was that we hardly had any coins left after we paid most of what we had to attend Professor Levin's classes in Wawang village. This class has probably been suspended until now because of the tree runners and the Emperor's men. Such a waste of coins, which Arden fervently saved for his traveling show. But he has passed on, and that was the end of that. From where I was standing, a good mile away from where the Emperor's men were encamped, I saw a trail of smoke rising in the cloudless sky. It was more prominent a few minutes ago, but now it has begun to dissipate, which would mean that they might either be preparing to move out or to turn in for the night. My stomach growled, reminding me that I had not eaten anything since earlier today. I sat down and took out whatever remained of the cooked rabbit from yesterday and wolfed it down. The meat had started to taste sour, it was likely beginning to spoil, but I had no choice. I had no other food on me, there were no fruit-bearing trees of any kind, so if not for the leftover rabbit meat that I had, I would be left to gather leaves for dinner again. I still wince whenever I remember the bitter aftertaste of the wild leaves I had the other day. It has been almost a week since the Emperor's men took Goemi, and I still have no idea how to rescue her. Perhaps at this time, having her crazy twin Miroe would have been my best chance of saving her, but where is he? Besides, I'm not entirely sure if I would be all right with the idea of having him next to me, when I know that he could end my life so quickly. He loves his twin, though, that I am sure of. I shook my head. Now is not the time for any of this. I will try to rescue Goemi without her crazy twin. Whatever it takes. I had to come up with something fast, but what was I supposed to do when my power was sorely limited to imitating voices? I felt disheartened that this close to Goemi, I still could not rescue her. It was as though I was watching her from a distance with the knowledge that they could have been torturing her. I didn't want to admit it, but I was starting to miss her. Yes, even that quiet, snotty side of her. I will find a way. I would do so as soon as an opportunity comes by. I will be there. Wait for me, Goemi.